What did you just say?
I said your dream stinks.
He said it again. Come here.
What's up, guys? This is Jake here with not Tavern Talk. Man, I almost said it. Duck Tech. We got Duck Tech 2. We're going to go over some of the championship lists that won us these special Jafar mats. Do y'all have your alls to show off? Because mine's somewhere over there. But,
Mine's still sealed.
I got me one. Jimmy's got
opened
one.
mine up
Taylor's
right
got one. We did very well. Maybe this will help you in your last 2 weeks of championships to get you that card or maybe that mat that you've never got before. So, we're going to dive into our decks and maybe give a little bit of a deeper dive into what why we chose some of these cards and the numbers of all of the choices and the decks. So I'm going to let Taylor take it away, as you can see, with a red-purple list that just dominated the tournament that day. You did extremely well, and I'll let you take it away. Go ahead, Taylor.
I mean, everyone was talking shit earlier that week before, saying that Red Purple hadn't. I think your exact words were, "Red Purple hasn't won a major tournament." So
No,
that's going to show up. So this is version 2 of this deck. Version 1 was missing a key component. It was called winning. So it did well in Swiss, and then I knew I was never going to beat blue-green items, so I had to wait till the next day and try again. Ducks very well. The deck did very well. Excuse me. A little bit better than I thought. I ended up adding in the 3 genies that you see there. The real MVPs of the deck, though, are Lumiere and Milano. They just give enough oomph, either by stopping a Sisu without a coil, a Sapphire coil out, or giving me enough to just easily take out manners. That happened pretty well. So for the set championship that I won, my first matchup was against Ruby Sapphire item build.
Yeah.
I ended up winning that one 2-1 on the play. Yeah, on the play. He had a Maurice package. He was playing Get Out as well, so he was able to retrieve items pretty easily and also banish my characters. I never had a Shark Stick at all. Yeah. He was also playing Sisu and Be Prepared, so he just had a ton of removal. Rabbits really benefited from that. I was able to continually draw cards. The first game I got dominated pretty badly because I just wasn't ready or thinking about the Maurice package at all. The second game, I won closely. I ended up finishing it with a double Pirate's Life to win the game. And then the third game, I won pretty handily. I had my genies out pretty early and got up to, I think, 18 lore just really quick, and then finished that with he played a Sisu, and I finished with a Pirate's Life on my next turn. So I didn't have a Lumiere out. So that went really, really well. The next match was against Ruby Amethyst Mufasa deck that I had helped the person build, Jared build the night before.
Ruby Amber.
I'm sorry, yeah, Ruby Amber. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so used to saying Ruby Amber. So Ruby Amber before.
A true RP player right here, guys.
Yeah, the other colors don't matter. That one he did very well. The first game was very, very close. The second game wasn't. He just ran out of steam. There wasn't any draw engine after a while, and I was able to clear things and just keep playing. So that worked out super, super well in that one. I was pretty excited about it. Round 3, I ended up playing a DKP style Ruby Sapphire. It was Garrett, and beat him 2-1 on the draw. Yeah. That was pretty much a standard thing, but again, it was another double Pirate's Life to win in game 3 on that one. Round 4, I drew with Woody, who's playing Blurple, and we'll go over his deck later on. And then and we only had 16 of us, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
there was only
we had a
16.
top four. Ended up playing Melanie, and against her Amber Steel aggro deck. I was the 2 seed, she was the 3 seed, so I went first. Yeah, and first game went back and forth for a while. Ended up squeaking that one out. I don't recall how exactly, but then game two, her hand was just full. Her opening hand was full of docks. So it was Brick City. She didn't have enough to play. Ended up just playing 2 of the docks. Then her next turn she could play another. And I was already too far ahead on the lore for her to catch up. So I won that one 2-0. Moana was super helpful in that first game. Really haven't spoken about her enough, but her giving the +3 to another character after she challenges a character has been really helpful.
It's a very good card.
Yeah, I ended up making that switch over Iago because we do have a lot of steel players around us, and any Vanish character just dies to whatever. It just takes a little bit more oomph to get rid of Moana for basically the same attack. But just she's survives a little bit better. So because of that, everything else is pretty much a standard build. And then in the finals, I played up against Woody's Blurple deck with the lamps and the Jafar and everything. I got smoked game 1. I don't think I had lore in game 1. Game 2 was back and forth. Woody was on he was the 1 seed, so he was on the play. So I was on the draw. Game 2, I squeaked out, and then game 3 was intense. It was a pretty good game. Woody was up, and then I didn't win with Double Pirate's Life, but I put him far down enough, and then just started flooding the board with enough characters. Blurple can't easily deal with a wide board unless they have enough ink and everything, and I was able to win it that way. So overall, did really, really well. I'm going to miss a lot of these cards because I have a feeling a bunch of them are not going to get reprinted. Although word on the street is that Madam M Fox is one of the reprints, just that one, which is incredible. It kind of makes sense. There's another Madam Mim that they printed in set 8, right? The shift one. So I guess they're just giving an additional target for it. I can't believe that. I'll wait to see if it's true because that would be. There's nothing to bounce. There's no benefit in bouncing other than immediate rush damage, which is probably going to be beneficial. But overall, super clean deck. You can go pretty fast with it if you get the genies out. It's very capable of winning by turn 7 against Ruby Sapphire if they just have no way to remove anything or choose not to. So that's happened pretty quick with me. I just got to get the genies out. And then, have a shark on turn 6, and you're singing 2 Pirates Life, and you'll be good to go. The perfect curve. And go from there. But overall, it performed really, really well. I've been using it still on online.
I have a couple of questions.
Go here. Yeah, what you got?
Number 2, like your 2 drops, Cusco. Is this for local meta? Like, let me ask this for the video. Is any of this targeted at local meta?
Yeah, I mean,
these cards.
Yes, I do cater all of my builds towards what is local. I still would play Cusco right now, probably no matter what. It's a great replacement card. It replaces itself. It's very rare that someone is using like Hades or Let It Go or something along those lines on a Cusco. It's kind of a waste if you do that. But shoot for the moon if you have to. If it's the only way to win, you got to do it. But it's just the replacement. So as you can see, I only have 4 1-drops by design. It's just the Diablo. And I loaded the 2 drops out. They all had a purpose, with Ursula helping with the Rhino matchups, Lumiere helping out just with overall damage. And it's more difficult for things to get bounced back to my hand with like a Muses or just Sisu doing anything along those lines. So I threw Lumiere in there. I'm a pretty big fan of Lumiere. Anyway, I've been trying to win something with him. And truthfully, out of the last, I think, 4 set champs that we've been in, my winning deck has had Lumiere in it one way or the other, which has been weird. It's just a solid card.
Just the combo with Lumiere, Ursula being able to take out, some of the biggest characters in the game.
A daisy immediately.
Yeah, that, and then you got Lumiere and Fox, which can take care of the mouse or the
Yep.
rhino. Right
Rhino's
away,
gone.
which is it's just so good. That's such a
Yep.
good combo, and like we do have a lot of Rhino players, Steel Song, aggro, and traditional style
Traditional.
that play that card. So like, yeah, I understand why you would play that Lumiere. Also, it helps with the Sisu, like you said. Like, make sure your cards are always out of range of Sisu. So if they don't have the coil, Sisu doesn't just come down and wipe your field for free, basically.
Right.
My next question is Rabbit. That's a card that most people aren't playing in red purple right now.
Yep.
What is that mainly for? Is that for the red blue matchup?
It is. So Rabbit's just good. It's a double replacement. You play it, you draw a card. It goes away, you draw a card. That's always going to be good, right?
Yeah.
One of the more wild things that I found is that normally my strategy is to play the rabbits first.
Right.
So I get my rabbits out there, I let them get wiped by whatever, and then I'm throwing down the genies in order to just gain the lore to end the game. At that point, if I get double C-suit, whatever, that's why I have Lumiere. It doesn't really matter. But it's always a choice. People are always going to use their removals, like, if they have Brawl or if they have something, they're going to want to get rid of the rabbit so you're not bouncing it back, and then that game.
Right.
I was only playing Rabbit in version 1. I ended up cutting a Genie and 2 other uninkable cards I can't think of right now.
Yeah.
In order to get this together. And it worked for me. I really like Rabbit. We're pretty stacked at 4 drops in Ruby Amethyst, and Rabbit's been a staple for a while. It's still very, very, very good.
Yeah, I think it's like you said. Anything that replaces itself immediately is probably one of the best cards in the game.
Yep.
Just having cards in your hand is kind of how you win in this game. But great job. I hope that helps any red-purple player that's interested in possibly taking something red-purple related to a set champ for these last 2 or 3 weeks. How many weeks we have left?
We have 2 more weeks.
Three more weeks.
3?
So this is a good list. This
Jeez.
stomped. This really destroyed a purple meta and a red-blue meta. I believe it still does good in the Amber Steel. You played one Amber Steel. You said one Amber Steel aggro.
I played Amber Steel aggro. I've changed it since the set champs, though. In fact, it wasn't playing Lumiere, but Lumiere will probably make a comeback this weekend.
Yeah. What about into a discard meta? A lot of green steel and green purple.
Well, we hope for the best, Jimmy. So what I did, I didn't play against it into a green steel meta at all. You're inking your songs. You're not trying to keep any of them. The evasives really, really help. So having the Peter Pan out early is going to help there. Following it up with actually Moana is way, way better. It just surprises people. Moana into a Diablo, and then having Peter Pan be able to take out something that has 3 health has been phenomenal. That Ursula that they played on turn 2 to try and snipe a song, now dying to Peter Pan on turn 4, has been something that has happened a lot. I am rarely seeing other people playing Moana. She's already been solidified into my set 9 deck, regardless of what else is printed. I think her time has come. Her and Yelema are already in the deck.
Yeah, I agree. But you did dodge me all day, man. You dodged.
I've been dodging you like crazy. It's been great.
Man, you ain't lying.
It's been insane.
Let's move on. We're gonna talk about the next deck, which I don't know who. Yeah. Oh man, this is my second place. Is this the bad one?
No, this
is the good one. This is the good one. I actually do want to talk about this one. The other one's the bad one.
It's only
this
a
is
2
what
card difference.
I played in Bad Wolf set champs, and I lost to one person the whole day, and it was my wife, and she absolutely demolished me with the perfect curve of Control Steel Song. I could not do anything about it, but I'll go through some of my matchups. My first match, I believe, was oh man, what was it? I think it was Bobby, right? Yeah, it was Bobby. It was a tempo green purple deck that just kind of counters me because it plays kits and stuff like that. But it kind of petered out. I was able to discard his hand, get some of these bigger characters down, and kind of just play the tempo game. When you're playing against other tempo decks, Diablo shift is not always the way. You kind of want to play out a 1, 2, and 3 and have a consistent board instead of milling your whole hand for like a Diablo shift. So this deck is, you got to play it in many different ways, and depending on what you're going against. So you kind of have to have knowledge of other decks in the format. It's just one of those decks that like you got to play it differently with whatever you're going against. But some of these numbers are wacky. People think 4 and 3 on the 1-drops. Why not 4 and 4 to solidify? Because like I said, the Diablo shift is not necessary to win. It's a bonus. It's almost a guaranteed win if you're going against some matchups. But yeah, 4-3, it's good enough. If you missed the 1-drop, it's not the end of the world. Now, if you missed the 2-drop, you tread in bad water. It's not good. It's not good. But 2-drops, Ursula, Diablo, best 2-drops in green, purple you can ask for. They're both probably, we're losing one of them for sure. So I think, right? Y'all think Ursula's gone? Yeah, I think Ursula's gone. But anyways.
The 2-drop Ursula?
Yeah, 2-drop.
I don't think it's gone.
Wow. I hope not. I
think that one stays.
Yeah. But,
it's a fair card. That's why. I think it's a fair card.
Yeah.
That's why.
But, it's just a typical bird deck, green-purple. The only different numbers that I played today than most of my other lists, which I usually play kit because I was a madman and I thought it was good, was I upped my Elsas from 3 to 4, and I upped my chip from 2 to 3, which really increased just the playability of this deck and how Prince John can really just steamroll your opponent. So I really believe that the discard route is the better play style of this deck. Tempo in the beginning into discard, but yeah, like I said, my first matchup, I'll go through my matchups. Green purple tempo. I had the first round bye because I was lucky as shit. That's just how I am. I'm lucky. Second round played into green purple tempo. Thought I was going to lose. I did lose the die roll. Very scary matches. I think both of them were go-go. Like he could have go-go'd and won the game the next turn. But I basically just emptied his hand and just won the game. I think my next matchup was oh man, what was it? Dude, it's been
Was it Dom?
No. Yeah, it was Dom. You're right. That's why I can't remember, because I didn't want to hear. No, yeah, because I had 2 wins already at the point. Yeah. So it was Dom. I went against the Control Steel Song, and she, like I said, Cindy, Troubadour, Song, Ariel, Gaston, Wheel, Naveen, like just the whole craziness. Pretty much both games. She won the die roll. I think game 2 I shifted Diablo and hit an Ursula and hit 1 strength out of her hand when I saw a double Zeus and a Naveen, I think it was, and I was like, oh, man, this is over. So yeah, she just kept clearing my board, and I lost that. 2-0. She destroyed me, and then I went into my next game was a purple steel Jafar player. What was his name? He was from a team called Villain.
Richard Perry.
Richard Perry, yeah. Shout out to Richard Perry. Yeah, he came and did his thing. He made top 8. He played a purple steel Jafar deck with wheel and lamps and just traditional purple steel, Jafar deck. It was able to just, rip the songs when needed and play whack-a-mole with the Jafar. Just make sure he can't shift and make sure that I empty his hand when I can and stuff like that. Easy trades, he didn't really have many evasives other than the I think the Genie evasive he played, the 4-drop, or is it a 3-drop, I think. either way, it wasn't too difficult to navigate around with Ursula being able to rip the main win con, which is Whole New World, out of his hand, and I could pretty much predict when it was going to happen. So, yeah, it was. I wouldn't say it was an easy matchup, but it was it felt good playing a deck that I'm supposed to win in. And then finals happened. I believe I was able to tie out the next round, which I was tying into Jared, and then I played Jared in the first top 8, which was a purple steel mid-range deck, and same thing. I kind of just ripped the songs and predicted that they can't sing anything until turn 4, so save your song rips and your discard past that turn, and I just kind of emptied his hand, and he beat me one game when he went first. I did get to go first because I was 4th, he was 5th, and it just happens. This green-purple deck can really snowball into like one of those decks that people don't like playing against, and I know that people don't really like discard, but like it's a good deck, and they're out here banning good cards, and not these other broke cards. So I'm gonna play these broke cards. But yeah, I went into, after beating the purple steel, I won 2-1. Like I said, it was just easy to control. I went into another amber steel control deck, which I felt really shaky. It was the number 1 seed. The dude was 5-0. His name's Tommy Balloons. He plays extremely well. I wouldn't say I got lucky, but I was able to predict his Whole New World plays and able to pick them when he needed them, and I was able to Ursula and get rid of the songs at the right point. He was able to clear my board early game with a shift hamster. I think both games, turn 2, he shifted hamster and sung Storm, and one of them was a Zeus to kill my 2 drops, which was a Ursula and I believe a shifted Diablo on the other game. But I knew that as long as I played the long game and kept his hand low and he couldn't wheel, I was going to stay on top of the cards and get more cards in my hand and able to just attack his hand at a certain point. And I got that Prince John to stick, and then at that point, he can't really target it. So I started, just targeting his hand. He got to like 13, 14 lore, I believe, the first game, but I was able to start, just breaking the tempo with evasives and such. But yeah, I won that match, and then I met one of these guys, good old Jimmy, in the finals, and I already had my mat because we already had an agreement for our first championship, and then I stuck to my word. I said in my head before this tournament start, if I met Jimmy, I'm just gonna give it to him. So congrats.
I mean,
you made it all the way there. I would have stomped you that game.
Yeah, you probably would have stomped me for sure, but I would have stomped you in the one that I gave you the mat for.
That's fair.
Bro, I went through two steel songs for
it was different. It was different.
We played whenever we drew to make top 8. We played 2 games. I won both of them.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
The second game,
you got lucky,
you said if I lose this game, I'm quitting Lorcana, and you lost. So
I did say that.
Oh man!
But I was joking. I was just joking. I'm not
familiar.
going to play Gundam forever. I promise. But yeah, green purple.
What's the
deck.
next? His next deck.
Wait, I got a question about Jake's deck.
Yeah, go ahead, Taylor.
How often did Bell actually help out?
So Bell is mainly for the Blurple matchup, so
Sure.
I can trade Genie into things and then take the 2 damage that Genie took from the other Genie. You know what I mean? It's just an alternative way to clear another evasive so Diablo can stay out of the way. And on top of that, it's a way to deal with the hamster very easily. If
Just
I ever
shift the
had to
damage?
play the
Okay.
hamster.
Okay.
Yeah, in the one at medium in the U1, Taylor, I finished 6th playing this deck, and I ran a panic over the 4th Elsa. Mm-hmm. So I could have a slightly earlier way to get rid of the hamster. It turned out, it worked pretty well.
Yeah. The moving damage is so good for the resist. Like, it really is. But
It is.
I mean, everyone's seen this deck lately. This is kind of a popular deck now that good old Cowboy Jordan over there won that 10K with it and did so well in the 15. But it's evolving, I believe, for the meta. A lot of people are coming out playing Blurple in my locals, so I kind of tailored it to try not to lose to Blurple. Like, if I get a great hand, I could beat it still, get the Cove down, get some bells, and empty their hand. I could possibly make it. Actually, the tournament that I won, not with this list with 2 kits, which was even worse than this, into Blurple. I actually beat 2 Blurples playing kits. I don't know how. I was kitting genies like a madman and doing dumb plays, but somehow it won me the game. But yeah, I ended up beating 2 Blurples with this deck, which was very surprising. Good players too. Wouldn't say that I got lucky. One of the games I definitely got lucky with a Cricky and like turned the whole game around. But yeah, good standard deck, good deck. Play it if you know how to play against your local meta. That's what I would say. And if you're a normal
local
green,
meta,
go ahead.
I was like, if your local meta is like a lot of Amber Steel aggro, this deck is great.
Yeah, and red-blue items or red-blue Maui, even Maui Shark. Like I love that matchup. Like give it to me, please. But yeah, you don't want to play against a whole bunch of Steel Soul and Control. That's it's a tough matchup to do. And in Blurple, if your whole meta is that, you definitely want to avoid playing this deck. But yeah, we'll slide it to the next deck, which I hope you guys are ready for this shit. Look at this fucking.
Look at this. It's a beautiful masterpiece.
It's so good.
What are you talking about?
What am I looking at? What is this? All right. It's not a starter deck. Okay.
It's way better.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
That's 31 unique cards.
This is the first place deck that would have beat the last deck if we would have played it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I borrowed the Steel Song number to go over next, or coming up, and the green purple that I had played at the one that Taylor won. So I didn't feel like borrowing cards again, so I just threw together what I had real quick. But the most important thing is, like, I like having options. As you can see, it's options. So the important cards here are the 4 Diablos, the 4 Friends, and the 6 Genie Rabbit split. Mm-hmm. So basically, you just want to draw cards to get to what you need, since the altar in this game is so powerful. So if you know what you're playing against, you can just craft your opening hand and then hit your card draw spells to find out what you need. And then it gives you abilities to play to different outs, and then craft your plays around what you have in your hand. So it's definitely more of a, you have to have an idea of what you need to do against every matchup. Right. You have to have a game plan. And so then you have to look to be able to execute that game plan. And sometimes you don't, and you just get crushed because you're all playing a bunch of 2-ofs. But if it works out great, because you have all the answers you need for the specific cards you're playing against.
Yeah. One brawl, dude. That's what really throws me off. Like, that makes me mad. That you only play one brawl. Like, I would have destroyed this. Okay, go ahead, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. See,
it's so ridiculous.
You also have the Teeth and Ambitions.
Yeah, but you have one pan, too. Like, one pan.
Yeah, that's all you need. You just need, like, you don't need, like, a lot of the times you just don't need to draw the second or third copy of it. And it's just, it's just ink.
Yeah.
So this allows you to play around. So I did get a little lucky. I had a couple matchups that were also playing less than powerful decks.
Off meta.
But, yeah, definitely off meta, for sure. But I played Jared, who you played in the top 8.
Yeah.
Beat him in round 2. I went 3-0 and then Drew. And then in top 8 I played Bobby, who was playing the green
Purple Tempo.
Mm-hmm. And Panic and Bell were huge.
Yep.
Just being able to kill Merfolks or Flynn's without having to discard that card to keep the advantage. Like Magic Carpet and Pegasus came into play to be able to trade with some Go-Go's, kill Peter Pans. Wow. Being able to gain back the tempo with Madame Medusa on Queen of Hearts to be able to pump her so she can't be kitted. Also really big plays.
Yeah.
And basically, yeah.
How often did It Calls Me work?
Okay, so this is 61 cards.
Yeah.
I literally put It Calls Me in at the last second just for Jake to get rid of Pull the Levers.
Pull the lever.
You know what else I'm surprised you don't have in here? Your favorite Ana card.
Dude, I take it back. Jimmy, you would have destroyed me because of that card. Like, that was,
I did have Auto in here originally and the Shift, but I took them out because I wanted different uninkables.
but yeah.
No, I mean, this deck probably shouldn't play it.
It's a championship deck. It's
But it did.
100% viable.
You can definitely win with it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people underestimate the power of the mulligan,
Agreed.
the altar.
Agreed.
Well, don't lie to people. Your knowledge of the game is also greater than
Also, yeah, for sure.
greater
Like,
than the normal person. Let's just say that.
yeah, you have to be able to know all your matchups and all your game plans, how to adjust on the fly, how to play around cards. Like,
This is a straight up Magic deck, guys. This is not even a Lorcana deck, is what he's saying.
It's 31 cards, is that right?
61.
No,
Oh,
it's
31
unique.
different.
Yeah.
31 unique cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was ours?
Definitely
so,
a Magic
again,
deck.
I had 18.
I beat Bobby 2-1 because I was the higher seed.
Yeah.
He was each one of the games in the play. And then I played Dom in top 4 playing Steel Song. And that one I got super lucky game 1. I probably should have lost, but she took a line that was mathematically corrected, and we talked about it afterwards. Like 100% agree she should have done it. So she cast Whole New World
Twice, right?
twice in one turn, trying to hit a Pete. So if she wouldn't have cast it the second time, she would have 100% won the game.
Oh, something.
But she cast the second time, and she whiffed on the Pete, and she put me into my Be Prepared.
Damn.
But at the time, when she cast the second Whole New World, she had a 70% chance to hit Pete, and I had a 60% chance to already have Be Prepared in my hand. So it was absolutely correct for her to go for it.
Yeah.
Because if she would have Peted, she'd won the game immediately.
That's
It's one of them
And
tough
then-
calls.
because
And
that
then
happened
game-
again to her on Tuesday in a different
Yeah, it did.
situation.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and then
man.
game 3, because of the altar, I kept 2 Sisus in Brawl were my 3 keeps. The 3-drop 3 Sisus in a Brawl were my
yeah.
only 3 things that I kept. And I mulliganed into the big Sisu. And so like my game plan was just I'm playing big Sisu on 6, and I hope it's good. Like I hope she doesn't have the Whole New World otherwise I lose. And it happened. I had played the Sisu. She was able to kill it. I had to make a tough decision that turn to ink the Brawl or ink the second Sisu because I knew she's going to play Aerial the next turn. And so I was like, well, and so I ended up inking the Brawl, and the second Sisu won me the game.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I had
I
to top
wouldn't
deck
have. That CC was gone. That was a great call. Yeah.
I had to top deck a inkable too. To
Right.
get the 6th ink.
Yeah. That's fucking
Woo! Yeah, I mean, I love it. I gotta tell you, I love this. This is great. It's just so many options, and it's like a surprise every time you play. You never just know, and that's great.
This is also encouraging people that don't have all the cards. This
sure.
is what
For
you
sure.
can still win these tournaments with not having 4 Mauis or 4 Elsas. You gotta utilize what you do have, and this is a perfect example of how that can work out. And Jimmy, you're a brainiac when it comes to these type of decks. It's hilarious. You topped 8 with what all the colors last set champs. So
Yeah, huh?
I want a bit of a streak. I've top 8'd 8 set champs in a row, playing 8 different color combinations.
Look at that, man. But now he's playing the what do we call it, the restaurant sink, or what is it?
Kitchen sink.
Kitchen sink.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's hilarious. But good job, man. This deck's crazy. But this next one is. Oh yeah, the next one's my bad one. So I'll go over a little bit quick. It's got 2 kits in it. That's it. All right, that's about it. It's a worse version of my deck, but it's got 2 kits in it. So I won against a whole bunch of Blurple decks with this. I think it's because I put the kits in it, but I don't think so. I just got really lucky and met Jimmy at the finals. When I met Jimmy in the finals, if you keep up with Snuggly Duckling at all, I won the draft, and I got to pick 1 free win in this whole championship season. And of course, Jimmy was one of the people I can choose, so I chose Jimmy right then and there. But in the same sense, I decided I'm gonna keep playing these things, and if I meet Jimmy in the finals, I'll let him have it. I'll let him have it.
Yeah. Say thank you to DKP.
I know. I was about to say. I was like, oh man.
But yeah, this was my winning list, and it's pretty bad. Don't play it. That's my advice.
It's only 2 bad cards, and they're not that bad. They're good cards.
It
It was
they
just
are
bad for
okay.
that.
They're good.
It was just bad for that specific tournament,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. If your tournament, okay, well, I'll just say this: if your whole meta is red, blue, and blurple, do not play Kit. Okay, every card you send back is a punishment upon yourself, and you don't use it against red, blue. Now, if it's nothing but Amber, Steel, aggro, and discard and
Or mirrors.
more purple,
Mirrors.
purple green, it's a good counter. It's a good counter. That's all I'll say. But this deck's average. When I went to four of the chips and back to 4 Elsa, I started loving life again.
I thought you only had 3 chips.
3 chips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3
3 chips and a 4 Elsa.
4 Elsas. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I made that switch with the 2 kits, and like I said, Prince John started to shine. It was just better plays, way better plays, and seeing Elsa when I needed her every time I did is great. But I'm not gonna go too far into this. My matchups were kind of like Jimmy said. I played some people with some off meta decks in this format. I lost my first match to red blue because I opened with like 5. I think it was 5 out of 7 cards uninkable. And then I won out from that point on. I didn't lose the game until I met Jimmy into the finals where we didn't play. I just pointed and said, I choose you. And, that's what happened.
Because it was like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was like 9:30, and we were like an hour and a half. Well, I was an hour and a half away from home, but yeah. Bad deck. Don't play it. Go ahead, Jimmy. Take it away, man.
All right, so this is the Steel Song that I met you in the finals with, that I made you quit Lorcana with also, but you
Yeah.
didn't actually quit.
Yes.
So
You don't know
I
that
hadn't
yet.
I haven't played very much Steel Song at all. And most of my experience with it was I never wanted to play it because if you don't draw a whole new world, you just can't win the games, it felt like. I didn't cast a whole new world until game 3 of top 4.
Yeah.
The whole day. On this one, was this one also? Yeah, this one I went 3-0, draw also.
Yeah, you did.
Round 1, what did we play? I played green blue items.
Joe.
It went pretty smoothly.
Thanks.
He never got off the Under the Seas at the right time. He had some awkward draws. And then round 2 was Blurple, which my opening hand, I had Cindy, Troubadour, Ariel, Whole New World. And I don't remember if I kept it. Maybe I kept a Lawrence or something to ink, and then drew. But I ended up keeping the Whole New World
Right.
blind because I didn't know what he was playing. And then that card sat in my hand the entire game. And I somehow was still able to win after forcing a Rapunzel trap after drawing 3 Rapunzels and just playing the second one just blind for no value to make him think I had to eventually get him to swing in so I could draw some cards to be able to win the game.
Yeah.
And then game 2 was I basically he made the choice to ramp to Monstro, and so I forced him to play Monstro. I just went wide on him to make him play the Monstro, and so he ended up having to discard his hand to kill all my characters.
Yeah.
And then he had popsicles to heal it, but I had the world's greatest in my hand the whole time, so I just killed it the next turn. So he was playing off the top for the rest of the game,
Yeah.
so I was able to get it there. And then round 3 was Amber Amethyst Hyper Aggro, which was pretty easy, just kill everything.
Yeah.
And then draw, and then top 8 was I played the Amber Amethyst Hyper Aggro again, which I won a game that was crazy because of the one of Grab Your Swords.
Hell yeah.
He went turn 1 Daisy, turn 2.
That was sick when it happened. Yep.
Turn 2 Daisy, another 1-drop, turn 3 Lady Daisy.
Yep. I thought you had. We
I
were sitting
somehow
next to
won
each
that
other,
game.
and I thought you lost it. And when I looked over, you had won. It was over. I went, what did that happen? I didn't see
Yeah,
the
it
grab
was
your swords
wild.
though. Yeah.
But yeah, so throughout the day, and then what was the next matchup? Oh, it's the Mirror, and he was playing with
Queen.
Shift Aerial and Queen. Yeah, and I thought for sure I was going to lose because the Shift Aerial.
Right.
But it ended up being whoever's on the game one was like this awkward, weird Rapunzel. No one wants to do anything. So we both know we have Rapunzel in hand. Game, no one has Hole in the World either.
Yeah.
And so I somehow got that one. And then game 2, he was on the play and he just wheeled and won. And then game 3, I was on the play and I just wheeled and won.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the deck played really well, like with the just a few Lawrence and the few Smees, and Namari was actually really good too. Just and right, basically all the 2 questers, and just instead of playing it more of control-y, just going a little more aggro, and not worrying about the whole new world, and trying to get that value off the Rapunzel.
Right.
Even if it's only for 1 or 2, can just get you
worth it.
enough with the 2 questers.
Right.
Because people are always going to they're going to make decisions thinking that you're going to whole new world or kill all their stuff.
Right.
When you're actually not.
Yeah. It's a good, I mean, it's a high roll deck. This is the high roll deck, in my opinion. But there's a couple of key cards in here that I see 1-ofs and 2-ofs. How did those cards kind of play into, some of your wins and stuff? Did they actually work? And, explain them a little bit.
Yeah, Grab Your Swords was strictly for what I thought the meta would be. I knew you were playing green-purple. I knew there were going to be some other aggro decks. And, I would recommend for sure playing at least a 1-of. The Naveen was just to be able to occasionally high roll, like super high roll. Like Naveen, the Grab Your Swords, Naveen, the Whole New World, Naveen, the Zeus.
Yeah.
I don't want too many of them because we're already at 14 uninkables.
Right.
The Bianca was just having a big body that could also sing Whole New World. Gets down a turn earlier than Namari.
The one Ursula, was that just for the, you think, for the body for the Rapunzel?
That and just to try to make sure I had a 2 that could sing a Zeus.
Yeah. No. Keep control.
Maybe I go up
early.
to 2 and go to 6 2s. I'm not sure.
Right.
But I thought this full list was pretty good.
Yeah. Yep. And you met me in the finals, and like I said, you couldn't play a card on me, man. This deck was trash in the finals. He probably would have killed me with this deck. No lie. This was like where we won technically is probably the opposite of where we should have.
Oh,
won.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But great deck, dude. He just borrowed it from my wife, like a minute before the tournament, right? Yeah. He
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna switch
And I made
cards.
some changes to her version. Yeah. She
Yeah.
was originally running daisies,
Yeah. But
and I took them out for the Grab Your Swords and Bianca.
yep.
It
All
works.
right. Let's go to this list, which is look how tiny this list is.
I know. It's like,
16 cards.
Bro, this is Woody's very, very consistent Blurple Lamp deck. This is what played Taylor
Yep.
in the finals of Medium
Medium.
set ship.
Yep.
He ended up playing me in the first round when I played Red Blue Items, and he beat me 2-0. I've never played really Red Blue Items. I tried, having some fun that day. I thought it was going to be a fun deck to play, but it was a bad idea. But yeah, I know he beat me, and he was able to tie his. There was only 4 rounds, right? There was
Right.
only
We did 4 rounds, right.
He won his first 3 for sure, and it was able to tie out, and he was the number 1 seed
Yep.
going into the top cut. He beat Melanie.
No, I played Melanie. He played Garrett, who was playing Red Blue DKP.
Yeah, Red Blue DKP, where I would assume he just, probably Hades the shark and got rid of the manners and just won that way.
I think he won 2-0. I can look it up, but I'm pretty sure it was a 2-0 win. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just, like I said, it's not too many cards. It's a very consistent Blurple deck. The lamp is the little spice that he loves to play with the Jafar 4-drop. The hand Jafar, which is kind of, it's the Woody special if I've ever seen it. But yeah, it works. It draws him a lot of cards. He can bounce cards with Genie in the Lamp too. It's a very consistent, good deck. It wins in the mirror, and it also beats green. It beats the shit out of green purple. But yeah, how did it fare against you, Taylor, in the finals? I mean, obviously it lost, but like,
no, it was. Look, the first game was bad. I don't think I got any lore in the first game. I'm pretty confident about saying that. The second game I ended up winning it. And the third game
Pirate's
it was
Life, right?
yeah. Well, the third game was the second game was. Oh, I think that one I didn't have to play the Double Pirates Life. It was the third game I played Double Pirates Life to get him back down to 9 lore and get me to 15, and then I was able to just like coast from there because he had the Hades just weren't in his hand. He wasn't able to remove anything. And at that point, I don't know how many Tamatoa he had gone through, but I knew that he had used 3 lamps. So I was like, okay, I just need to play characters with lore.
Yeah.
And Diablo won it for me. It's really, really strong. I mean, it's the only rush that it has is the bell, but he normally is going to have other characters out anyway. Woody's very patient. He's a great player, and he won't quest. He'll wait for you to fill up your board, wipe, and then start questing. You know, he'll go that route. And it just has an amazing amount of draw, right? So Woody always had cards in hand until I was able to win the second game because he didn't see a lot of it. But the third game, he was able to keep up with my drawing as well. And then he started to slow down, and that's when I was able to take control of it.
You were top decking after your prep in that game.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember watching that. That was a really insane game. It was really back and forth, and that double, like you said, that double Pirates Life won it for you 100%.
100%. I was losing that game badly until I was able to pull that off, and then he had nothing on board, and I was like, okay. Yeah. Woody and I had talked about this deck a bunch of times as well. One of the versions he had also had the Manners instead of Goat, I'm pretty sure. Because there's no bounce mechanic with Woody's deck, so it was just additional pressure.
He has Fox.
Oh, that's right. He did have Fox.
He plays Fox. Yeah.
Oh, maybe no. The original had Fox. I guess I don't know why I said that then. The Manor was just something that we had talked about. It probably would have been more difficult for me to deal with than just characters and having the the be prepared. But it's really, really strong. I mean.
Tamatoa with Lamp and Pop is so freaking good.
Yeah, you're getting it back, and it's consistent. You're drawing, you're having everything. You have everything you need. And look, Woody went 3-0 with it. We drew in the final Swiss round. He won 2-0. The other round, I mean, I'm looking at it now. Woody dropped prior to the finals. He had dropped just 3 games all day and hadn't lost a match at all. So it was just super strong performance overall.
Very consistent deck.
Yeah,
very, very.
Yeah, I mean it's 16 cards only, so you're gonna see everything, right? And that's almost half of what Jimmy played. So, that's what it was. It was a little bit more than that. Sorry.
But that's all the decks we have, and we hope it helps you at your set champs for the rest of the set champ season. Hopefully, it'll get you a Jafar mat or maybe your first card. But feel free to reach out to any of us on X or anything like that if you have any questions about our decks or anything like that. We'll have all of our socials and all that stuff at the end. But we appreciate you watching Duck Tech, and we'll be back maybe at the end of this month for the next one for. Hopefully some more championships. Hopefully we can get some more in, right, guys? We want to win some more, or at least our teammates.
Our teammates need to win some more. Yeah.
All right. But thanks for watching, guys, and y'all have a good one. Peace.
Hey y'all.
Under the beams, where the shadows dance, a tankard of ale in each eager hand's chance. The snuggly duckling, a haven so bright, with laughter and cards under candlelight. Shuffle the deck, let the fortunes unfold in the snuggly merry old pub will always hold dear.